Good afternoon from Rannoch. I've just left Rannoch station. I got the train there this afternoon and I'm now walking along onto a path onto Rannoch moor, with the plan being to go through to Glencoe. It's quite windy today, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I haven't got a microphone on the GoPro. So although it's quite windy, you can see that it's bright. There's bits of blue sky up there, and it's dry at the moment, although it is reasonably cold. It's quite windy today, so I'm enjoying walking through the forest. It's protecting me from the wind, which is nice. And I might camp quite close to the forest. I'll see what the wind's like once I come out the other side of it. I don't want to be too exposed because the wind has to be quite high overnight and then die down, well, to die down during the night. But for now it's dry, and you can see maybe over there there's some brightness in the sky, and it's just good to be out. It's a decent evening, although it's getting late. It's nearly sunset. The train was very late, so it's nearly sunset and I'm still walking. So I need to find a pitch quite soon. There's a wee hut down there. Hopefully you can make it out. It's the red roof. I'm going to go down and see if there's somewhere to camp down in that direction. Wee hut. There's a bottle of meths there, which implies that maybe someone's used it as a camp spot. Let's see. I think I'm going to go down there. So I've collected water. This wasn't difficult given that the stream's right there, and you can see the scarp behind me, and there's a wee bit of light left in the sky over there, and the view is quite good actually. You can still pick out, I think that'll be Crease and Midway at the Glencoe ski centre, and then down towards Bridge of Orchy. But I'm really pleased with this wee spot. You can see there's a bit of wind, but I just went up, even just up there, and it's so much wind there, so I think this is going to be a good spot for tonight. I've been making my dinner, so I think I told you in one of my last videos I'd almost run out of the dehydrated meals that I make, so I made some more over the last few weeks. This one's more of the pasta bolognese, so just about to try that and we'll see how it is. Hopefully it's good. I think it will be, I'm quite confident. I've been looking out at the tent. The light's gone from the sky, but the nice thing is that it's a clear sky above me, so the stars are out, which is beautiful. And been watching them for a wee bit. So yeah, pretty good. Not nearly as windy as I thought it was going to be. I'm not sure if that's because of where I've pitched or if it's less windy than forecast, but all good. See what this is like. Excellent. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a good one. I changed a few things about it and it's really good. Going to enjoy that. Good morning. Well, it was a very wet night, but it wasn't particularly windy, so that was good. It's about 7 o'clock. I had a bit of a longer sleep just because the weather's so bad and it's not getting light till 8, so that was nice. I'm just making the coffee and then I'm going to pack up and get going. I've looked at the forecast and the forecast isn't great for today. It might improve around lunchtime, so we'll see. But the initial plan is to walk from here in Rannoch moor into Glencoe. I'll stop at the King's house for a coffee, of course, and then I think I'll probably take the track up between the wee Buchaille and the big Buchaille, so that's Buchaille Etive Moor and Buchaille Etive Beag. I had hoped the forecast might improve and let me go up some of the hills, but the wind speed on the top of the hills is 60 miles an hour, so I'm not going to be able to go up any hills today. We'll see about tomorrow. If the forecast deteriorates for tomorrow, I might change my plan a little bit. I'd hoped again to go up some of the hills tomorrow, but might not manage, so we'll see. Just playing it as it comes. Based on the weather, it's going to be a wet pack up of the tent this morning, that's for sure. I'll get it all ready inside, and then go out once I've got my waterproofs on. But for now, coffee. Lovely. So yeah, a nice slow start to the morning. No point in hurrying when it's dark and miserable outside. So I am all packed up, everything's in the bag. I've taken the inner tent down, so this is just the outer that's left, and the scarp's good. It's very easy to do that because the outer's obviously going to be very wet after last night, so I want to keep the inner dry, so I'll pack it away separately. In fact, that's it there, packed in its only bag. So I've just got the polycro ground sheet still down, which is good because you can sit and do whatever else you need to do. So I'm just going to take everything out and quickly take the tent down, but you can see I've got my waterproofs on, I'm all ready to go, so it'll just take a couple of minutes to do the next stage, and it means I'm not messing around in the rain. So I like this setup because you can do this, it makes things a lot easier. So it's just before 8, and the sunrise is just after 8. Not that the sun's going to be visible when it comes up, but you can see it's already fairly light. So yeah, finish packing up and then get on the trail through to Glencoe. So my plan is to go in there between Buchaille Etive Beag and Buchaille Etive Moor. I think I've got that right. Not used to seeing it from this angle, but I think I've picked them out correctly. Almost at the King's House Hotel, where I'll take a wee break, get a coffee. The Buchaille was clear a few moments ago, but it's just got a little bit of cloud on it again. I'm sure it'll clear again soon. A good stop at the King's House Hotel. Got some coffee, had to wait a wee while to get some food. They weren't serving it when I arrived. The plan was to walk from Rannoch to Dalmally, but while I was at the King's House I was checking the trains and there's some disruption on the open line, so I'm going to have to change my route a bit because I'll need to get a bus tomorrow. So you can see I'm walking into Glencoe. Buchaille Etive Moor is there straight in front here. I'm going to carry on with the plan to go up between the wee Buchaille and the big Buchaille. So that's Buchaille Etive Moor and Buchaille Etive Beag, and that's kind of in there. So I'll go up there and then I'll just see what happens. I might camp in there, or I might come back down and camp in Glen Etive, which is here. I'll just see what the weather's like. But I'm going to have to get the bus from Glencoe tomorrow earlier than I was planning to get the train from Dalmally, so bit of a change of plan, but that's fine. I'm not too bothered. It's about being out in the hills rather than doing a certain route. And it's dry, you can see there's some blue sky up ahead, so it's a nice day to be out walking. So this is the route up between the two Buchailles, as I said, and it's also the path that you can go on to go up the side of Buchaille Etive Moor. So you go up there to the Bealach, and then you can go either way to the Munros at each end. There's other routes up, of course. There's the route up the Corrie, which is just in there, and then there's Curved Ridge right in the front, and then there's lots of climbing routes as well. I'm not going off either today, I'm just walking straight through. The high point between the two Buchailles, you can see Glen Etive and Loch Etive there, so that's looking down Loch Etive. Beautiful. It's been sunny coming up the glen. The view down Loch Buchaille Etive. I'm on this wee single track, which is fine. Need to decide where to camp. I can either go into Buchaille Etive down there or cut back round up there and go the far side of Buchaille Etive Beag, which I think I will probably do. So I decided not to camp in Buchaille Etive. Might have been a good view if I could have camped quite high, but there was no places to camp there. And down in the glen you tend to get cars and other camper vans and stuff, so I prefer to camp somewhere quieter. So I've decided to turn and head uphill again, so working my way up here, which is to the head of the Buchaille Etive, I think it's called, which is the west side of Buchaille Etive Beag, and that in there will be part of Biddy Nambiam, I think. I'll check once I get further up, but yeah, it's lovely. I'm just wearing a t-shirt and windproof on top and just my regular trousers, so it's pretty warm, given that there's snow on the tops, and it's lovely. I love this time of year when everything goes a bit orange. It's also the best time of year for camping because there's no midges. So it's brilliant. It's not rained this afternoon at all. It was obviously raining this morning, but the wind's dropped right down and the rain's off, so it's been extremely pleasant. So I'm going to keep working hard and I'll show you once I'm at the top here. The wee cairn at the high point at the top of Buchaille Etive, I think it's called, and here's the view. So that's down into Buchaille Etive. You can't quite see down the glen. That's Biddy Nambiam there with the snow on it. Might be able to hear the stags, they've been roaring all day. And then that's down the Buchaille Etive, so that up there is Biddy Beag, and that's the Buchaille Etive that leads down into Glencoe. I camped there in June, in fact, with my daughter. Not sure if the microphone will pick up the stags. So, I need to think where I'm going to camp. I think probably in there somewhere, but I might head a wee bit further down the valley. I'll see. I'm going to have a wander around. It's 4:30, so I've got a bit of time, unlike last night. Cracking view though up to Biddy. The sun is almost setting, Obviously won't get to see the sunset from here, but it's casting a lovely light. I hope the GoPro will pick it up. You can see over here and over here. That's kind of looking southwest-ish. Yeah, it's lovely. It's kind of pink. Not sure what you'll see, but I'm feeling the cold. The thermometer says it's 7, so I'm gonna 7 degrees. It feels colder than that. I'm gonna get into the tent for a wee while and get into my sleeping bag just to warm up for a wee while. You can hear the deer are endless. You'll be able to hear that, I'm sure. There's loads of them. So, time to get into the tent. There's not really anything to show you in there. It's the usual setup. Put the door on back to front. It's the X-Lite. The quilt is the Enlightened Equipment, Enigma, all the usual stuff. So I'm going to get in here and get warm. Morning coffee. all packed up. I'm just sitting in the tent. It's just started to get really heavy rain, so might wait a minute or two to see if that goes off. It's been on and off all morning. It's 7:15, so it's not light yet, but I need to get going because I need to make the bus in Glencoe. I think I said to you I had to rearrange my travel because the Oban train was cancelled and so on, so a bit of an early start, but I'm just going to break down the tent and then get going as soon as I can. Leave no trace as always. Starting to get light, and I'm headed down that way, down to Glencoe. The view down Glencoe, that's the three sisters there, 1, 2, 3. You can just make them out, and the sun is catching. That's the way up Rannoch there. The sun's just catching it, and that's looking back. That's Rannoch East and Buchaille Etive Beag's there. And Buchaille Etive Moor's obviously just out of sight round the corner. So I'm going down there towards the road, the 82, and then I'm going to walk back to where I get the bus from, near the King's House Hotel. Better angle of the three sisters, and from here you can see a wee rainbow as well, which might mean there's rain coming my way. That's where I was last night, up there. But I'm going up here towards the sun. There's a path that runs almost parallel to the road, so you don't actually have to walk on the road, which is good because it's a very busy road, and even at 8 o'clock in the morning it's still got a fair bit of traffic on it. So yeah, I'm going up there. The morning light on Glencoe, Buchaille Etive Beag, Buchaille Etive Moor, and you won't see much that way because the sun's so bright. I am almost back at the King's House, where I'm going to get a coffee, should have time, and then it's just a short walk up to the bus stop, which is at the bottom of the Glencoe ski centre. So almost finished. Hope you enjoyed the video. We wander around Glencoe. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.